Hey guys, Cajun Reseller here, back at you with another sourcing video. This is for the 127 sale. My summary of the 127 sale. I didn't do a very good job of filming. I actually didn't film at all at the 127 sale. I got my Old School Flips hat on. Thank you, Jimmy. I met Jimmy Old School Flips, part of the highlight of going on this adventure. But I got one of his hats. His hats are really cool design for his hats. So yeah, shout out Jimmy. But yeah, my adventure started on Wednesday. The sale started on Thursday, so I drove Wednesday. I drove from Baton Rouge up to Alabama, around the Gadsden, Alabama area. Stayed with Joe and Renee flipping flamingos. Shout out to them for letting me stay there at their house for free. Definitely help with the cost and expenses. But yeah, I stayed there that night, 2 nights actually, Wednesday night and Thursday night. And then Thursday morning I woke up at like 6:30, or I think it was 5:30 actually, 5:30, and it was like about 40 minutes from their place to where the sales actually started in Gadsden. So I got there and I started driving and no sales. Like you could see, I was driving along the road that they were supposed to be on and it was all tarps, all covered stuff. So I couldn't shop anywhere. So I drove for probably about an hour or so until like 7:45. I found a church that had people out and looked like they were open. I think it was Calvary, or I don't know what kind of church it was, but it was basically in like Collinsville, Alabama. So I did pick up probably some of my best items there actually. Some On Cloud shoes. I'm going to show them to y'all right here. These don't have shoelaces, so either I will buy shoelaces for them or I'll just sell them as is. They're not in the greatest of condition. The shoes aren't. There's some condition issues. You can see right there, there's like a little mark on the shoe. On that pair. But yeah, and then I also got this pair, which does have shoelaces, so that's good. I did the shoe test where you bend them and see if they have any cracks or anything, but they didn't have any, so that was good. So that was my first find. I paid $2 each for these, so $4 total into these. Those were nice. That sale had some decent stuff. It was like 5 or 6 vendors set up, but it wasn't like the vendor tent city. Of course, there was one guy that had a ton of like NASCAR diecast, and he was selling them for a friend. But he wasn't selling them at a friendly discount. They were like $15 or $20 each. And for NASCAR stuff like that, unless it's some really limited edition NASCAR, you gotta get it for like less than $3. And that would have taken up a ton of space. At this point, I was like, okay, I'm starting out decently finding those shoes. So I was like, I can't take up too much space in the car because I was hoping to find a ton of stuff. Spoiler alert, I didn't find much on this sale. I did find some stuff though. But so then I start making my way back down. A lot of the sales are more open at that point. I went off the beaten path and found these. These are little lighters. Then and Now, Indian. They're not Zippo, which I was hoping they would be, because Zippo would have been worth a lot more. They're like PT or PII, P2, something like that. They're not worth that much. I think I got the 5 for $8 or something like that. He had $2 on each of them. I asked him if he'd take 8 for the 5. So I got those 5 lighters. They're pretty much new in the packaging at this point, I think. I think I paid $1 for this guy. It's a Transformer. It's not anything great. I can mod it up with some other Transformer stuff that I have. I think it's maybe one of the rescue bots. But yeah, I got that. These are some of the only plush I found the whole time. Captain America and Tramp from Lady and the Tramp. I think I paid $1 each for these two, or maybe $1 for each one, so $2 total. I went to one really cool sale where the guy had a lot of NASCAR stuff and Masters hats, and it was like a line of 8 to 10 Masters hats. I was like, oh, I'm gonna find some good stuff here. Masters hats sell really well. And then he was asking $10. Womp womp womp. Yeah, I'm not paying $10 for a Masters hat. They might have sold for around 30 to 40, but there was no guarantee of that. And I don't know, he didn't seem willing to negotiate. He valued his stuff way too high, and that's why it was all still sitting there at that was probably later in the day around 10. But my best buy, probably value wise, I paid $30 for a lot of Barbie dolls, and I'm going to show them all to you right here. Holiday Barbie 2005. Some of these aren't worth that much, but a lot of these I can send into Amazon, which makes it really easy. I'm pretty sure this one I can send into Amazon. It's still new in the packaging. The guy said his wife was getting rid of them, and I picked out like 4 of them, and I think he had $5 each, so that was like $20. And he said, why don't you just take them all for 30? So I took them all for 30. This is Celebration Teresa. This one's not in the greatest conditions. It's Winter Evening Barbie. This one looked cool. I thought it might have been like the Princess and the Pauper ones, but no, it wasn't that. It's Island Princess. But this one's probably still worth a decent amount. Some of those have some value to them. This is Angel Princess. This one also has a little bit of damage to the box. I doubt I'll sell that one on Amazon. Winter. Another winter one. And I got a couple more back here. This is the one that I scanned. It was worth like, I think this one was worth $30. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy them all then. It's 3rd edition Native American Barbie. Usually the dolls of the world are decent for Barbies in terms of return on investment. I got this gymnastics from 1996 Olympics Barbie, and then I got an Auburn one, which makes sense because we're in Auburn/Alabama territory. It's Auburn Barbie. Give me an A, give me a B, give me an A, give me an R, give me a B. What? I-E. What's that spell? Barbie. I thought they were spelling Auburn at first, but they're spelling Barbie. Also got some shirts. I think I paid $1 each for these. This Spider-Man, Spider-Man shirt. This shirt, I'm not even sure who that is. You're not alone. I think that's what that says. It looked like some kind of band or something. Pokemon. Always pick up Pokemon shirts for $1. And then last but not least, we got this one, which is some kind of anime. I don't know if it's Dragon Ball Z or something else. I don't know. But that's it for day one. Oh, one more for day one. Found this at the start of Gadsden. So basically the sign that says welcome to Gadsden, Alabama. This is the start of the sale. I'm going to throw a screenshot up right here, maybe, of it, if I can. But some Super Mario Wii. Paid $5. Probably sells for around 30 on Amazon. 25 to 30 bucks on Amazon. So yeah, good find there. That was, like I said, beginning of the sale, right at the beginning. Whenever you drive to Gadsden, it says welcome to the 127 yard sale, and then there's a like a tent city thing set up. But I'd found one thing at it worth some money. So that's it for day one. I'll be back with the day two. Okay, starting day two, I got my OBX picker hat. Shout out Eric. He gave me one of his hats. We rode with him on day three. But this is day two. On day two, I started out leaving the Gadsden, Alabama area and heading up to the Trash to Cash meetup in Crossville, Tennessee. So I decided to go up to Chattanooga and go to Signal Mountain and then come down the mountain. That was fun driving, by the way, going through the mountain. And it was also in the Eastern time zone, so I didn't get to the sales until like 10 a.m. that day. So that day was a wash kind of to start it out. But the first thing I found was this American Girl skateboard for 50 cents. I got it because it's had American Girl brand. I don't know if it was worth it or not. I mean, I'm sure I'll make a little bit of money on it, but I was just buying something to buy something at that point. Also found this Detroit axle hub for a Dodge truck, I believe it is. Not worth as much as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be worth like 100, 200 bucks. It was only worth around 50, and that thing weighs a ton. So I don't know. I guess you can put it in a flat rate box probably and ship it that way, but overall, that wasn't a great pickup, but I thought it was going to be. So I keep going through that area. I do hit a lot of sales up in Signal Mountain. I really didn't find very much. This LSU flag was kind of cool. It's cloth. I found the one thing that had a bunch of LSU stuff. They had a bunch of LSU stuff overpriced, but this was only like $1 maybe. I also got a golf club cover. It's the only golf thing I bought, but it was Callaway, and it was epic, and it was basically new. So that's why I bought it. It's for a 3-wood. So that should sell. I've sold these before, $15 to $20. Also got this cool lamp. This is the lamp shade for it. I don't know if it was worth it or not. This is the bottom of it. As y'all can see that. So that was kind of cool. I paid $3 for that. Can't really go wrong for $3. You can sell the lamp. I think I can sell the lampshade and make some money on it. I also got this at a church sale. Now this was after I already came down the mountain, but it's like a Signal multifunction print server, USB. Couldn't really find anything on it when I scanned the barcode, so I gotta do some more research on this, but I think it'll be worth more than $1. This puzzle, I paid $3. It's worth around $35 to $40. It's new and sealed. New and sealed is what I always look for when I look for puzzles. I will rarely buy a puzzle that is not sealed, because then you gotta fool with trying to put it together, and that's just, no one wants to try and fool with that. I did find one sale at the bottom of the mountain. We actually went to this one. This was our last stop on day 3. but I went there on day 2 because I was headed to Crossville that night. But yeah, this tree frog, I paid $1 for, or I think I paid $2 for each one of these. It's like a tree frog. Doesn't have any branding on it, but it was a big frog, so I bought it. I also got this drill, Black & Decker drill. So that was I don't know what it's worth, but it's got to be worth something because it's a drill and it's got the got the battery with it as well, I think. Also got a Samsung camera. I think I'll comp this to be 35 or 40 if it works. Oh, it does work. I thought I tested it and it didn't show anything. Well, turning on and working, so you can see that there's an X across the screen, so I don't know if that's supposed to be if that's good or bad, but either way it turns on at least, so that's a good sign. It didn't, I don't think it turned, maybe I never actually tried to turn it on, I don't know. Well, it works now. And the Sony Handycam, always pick up Sony Handycams if I can, for cheap, for like $2. I don't have a battery for it, so I don't know if I will just sell it as parts only. But usually these sell for over $50, so good pickup there for sure. And the last one I picked up, I think I paid $5 for this. It's an 8-track player. I gotta test it and see if it works. If it works, it's worth at least $60 to $70. It's Mark 8 stereo. So that sale was probably my best sale for day 2. Well, yeah, day 2. Day 1 is probably the Barbies. Day 2 is this. And then at the end of the day, obviously, we went up to, got a hotel room and then drove to the Crossville, Tennessee meetup, Trash to Cash meetup, where I met tons of people. If you go to Dave NC Picker, or NC Flipper, actually, his video, you can see all the people that were there. I'm going to throw a couple pictures up of me with Jimmy and Ken, SSK Promo. They were some of the ones I was most excited to meet. I've talked with them a lot via Instagram, and they didn't know, no one knew I was, well, some people might have known I was coming, but none of the people that were there knew I was coming, so it's kind of fun to just meet everybody there. And I'll talk about a little bit more about that in day 3, but at the end of day 2, after the Trash Cash meetup, we actually went to Eric and Tim's place. Tim over the years, met him as well, and his wife Josie. We went there and did a Whatnot auction until like 12 a.m. And yeah, I left there, I think I left around 12, about 15 minutes back to my hotel. I went to sleep, and then we woke up like at 5:30 in the morning because we were going back down towards Signal Mountain, which I didn't really cover much of that the day before, or on day 2. But yeah, let's go to day 3, where I find probably my best singular item for the whole 127 sale. So for day 3, I also got this hat from Eric, OBX Picker. Shout out to Eric again. He picked up a decent amount of NASCAR hats, and this was Mark Martin, number 5, my favorite driver. So Hendrick Motorsports, he went and drove for Chevy at some point, so I supported my driver no matter where he drives, what team he drives for. But that day I rode with Eric, Jimmy, and Sonia. Sonia is Jimmy, Old School Flip's wife, and rode with them in his van. And then we also went with Old School Picker Chris, who I was really excited to meet as well. He was really cool. He lived in the area, so he kind of knew the area, and his son CJ, and then Tim and Josie as well. So we had 3 cars going on this Route 127 yard sale. But yeah, the first thing I picked up, was this paintball jersey. Anytime I see paintball stuff, System X for like $1, I think this was, I pick it up. I picked up a paintball jersey, and also picked up a Red Sox shirt. So those were $1 each. Red Sox 2013 World Series. No one ever thought that would happen, probably. But yeah, they won the World Series that year, so these shirts are decent. I don't think they're that great a value, but I also picked up at a tent city, believe it or not, a Nintendo Wii System. It didn't come with any cords, but it at least powers on. So I'm just testing it right now to see if it works and see if there's a game in there or not. I doubt there's gonna be a game, but you never know. It looks to be in pretty good condition overall. Let's see, is there a game in there? Oh, there is a game. But it's Just Dance. So it's not that great of a game. But at least it comes with a game, right? Just Dance 3 is the game that it comes with. And at least it opens up and shuts. I paid $5 for that at a tent city. The guy asked $15 for it, and I was like, well, you take $5, and he's looking at me like, I was like, I don't know if it works. There's no guarantee that it works. Like, you gotta give me some leeway here. And that guy actually was selling stuff for his son, I think, so it really wasn't a tent city sale. I think Jimmy got some decent stuff there as well. If you go check out his video, which I'm not sure when it's coming out, but his video, he got some decent stuff there as well. But keep going. I got this Tennessee Titans sweatshirt hoodie for, I think, a dollar or two. It doesn't have any brand or any, or it does have, I guess it has the brand down here, Tennessee Titans. Not really a brand, but that doesn't have a size on it. So I don't know if this is a legit Tennessee Titans shirt or if it's like a knockoff. It does have a spot for a tag, so maybe it was cut out. I don't know. Either way, I got it. It's mine now. At one of the sales where we found some decent stuff, I think Tim found some good video game stuff. He actually also found a really nice Dale Jr. jacket at a sale. But these are Dale Jr. scrubs. I believe is what they are, scrubs, nursing scrubs. I paid $1 each for these, I believe. But yeah, those were cool. Sell these together. They don't have any sizing on them, I don't think, but you can guesstimate the size based on the pit-to-pit measurements and the length. You can kind of guesstimate the size. So that's why I bought those, even though I didn't really know what size they were. Also bought this little Hatchimal. This one is different than normal. It's like a mouse. I think it's a mouse is what it's supposed to be. Y'all can see the Hatchimal. I don't know. These are like the Furbies of this generation. I've said in the past, that one's really loud. I've said in the past, I at one point sold these like 2017, 2018 for $250 each, new in the packaging, and I was going through Walmart, finding them on the shelf or find them in the middle of the aisles where they even put them on the shelf and buying them and then reselling them. At one point, I bought I think 15 of these from Barnes & Noble and sold them within an hour, within a day or two of posting them. And I was actually, I think I sent some FBA and I did some where I shipped them out myself. But yeah, the best find of the whole 127 yard sale for me, as y'all saw, if you watched the Trash to Cast podcast on Tuesday, which was 2 days ago now, as this is being filmed or being released, I found a Nakona glove. Nakona. It's in not great condition. If you can see right there, that needs some cleaning up. But it is a Nakona glove. Nakona is a great brand of baseball glove. If you ever see the brand Nakona, I paid $5 for this. If you ever see the brand Nakona, you should pick it up. Even if it's in pretty bad condition, someone will take the time to make it, recondition it and make it better if they want to. Because these are hard to find gloves. I found 2 of them now. I found one in Louisiana, and now I found one in Tennessee. So, yeah, that's this is the best, definitely the best item of this sale, and that's the picture for the thumbnail. But yeah, thank y'all for coming along for this adventure. Shout out to everybody that I hung out with and was so cool to meet. Got to meet Kevin, Dave, and Carrie, obviously. Trash to Cash guys. So fun to meet them as well. And I'm going to throw a lot of the links in the thumbnail picture at least, and maybe in the link below, in the description below if I can remember to do that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment with your favorite item. Mine's going to be the Nakona glove, obviously. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching.